The name of my speech is My Evil Twin. My evil twin. Some look around and see what is and say why. I look around and see what isn't and say why not. This is one of my favorite quotes from one of my favorite artists, Pablo Picasso. And one of the reasons he's my favorite artist is because, well, at his time, artists were making seascapes and sandscapes and portraits of what they saw. He took the craziness that was in his brain and created something new. And also, like his quote says, doing that is almost counterintuitive. Like, let's say, for instance, when I was about 5 or 6, my mom took me to a wedding, and there was this big platter of fruits and berries, and a big fruit platter. And so she went and got me a plate, and the only thing she put on it were orange and green melons. I've never been a melon person, and to this day I remember thinking, man, why didn't I just get up and add more fruit to my plate? Instead, I sat there and was like, this is what I was given. So instead of creating the opportunity, I just sat there and ate what I was given. So creation and knowledge and art almost seems counterintuitive in our culture. I mean, if you look at Eve, she ate the apple so she can gain knowledge and creativity, and she was punished. You look at Prometheus, he took fire, gave it to man so they can be creative and prosperous, and he was punished. So creativity is almost looked at as evil. It's an evil thing to be creative. And my creativity, my spark of creativity, my evil twin, was born to me at about age 4. When my sister, she got a little dinky 8-note keyboard for Christmas, and she didn't want it because our family's not about happiness and fun. We're all about studying. So I had secretly took it and started playing with it, realized it was good, and kept it to myself, because that was my evil twin. So my evil twin would go out and write songs, and got good at writing poetry and stories, short stories, novels. While me, myself, I went to school, I studied hard, I got good grades. Because I'm visually impaired and a little awkward, I didn't really have much friends, much of a social life, but my evil twin, wow, hard at work. My evil twin in high school, which I secretly named Lachi because that's my middle name, and my evil twin was the creative spark inside me, went out and wrote novels and actually got one published called Dante's Destiny at like 17. And then went on to write an album of songs. And so I thought, hey, I'm going to go to college and break free, and me and my evil twin can finally be one. So I went to college and I studied economics and business, just like my father, because he wasn't really supportive of my musical habit. And my mother, she was secretly supportive of it, thus reinforcing the whole evil twin. And so while I was in college, I studied hard and I got good grades, and I was like, I'm going to be an accountant. And my evil twin was off joining musical clubs and musical groups and started writing a second novel. I'm down, because that's my secret evil twin. Watch it. So after I was done with college, I said, hey, I got to get out of here. My evil twin came to me and said, hey, you got to go be a famous musician and writer, because that's what we love. And I said, okay, let's do it. I was influenced by my evil twin. We run to New York, and I go, wait, I need like education or something. I can't just go out here. So I applied to NYU, and I studied music business so that I could sing. So while I'm sitting there studying and getting good grades and working hard, my evil twin went out and finally got that album recorded, self-titled it, and went and wrote a second novel and got an agent. A short novel. Well, actually, the second one was a longer novel. So Lachi was out there creating, and I was out here, hey, I got to pay bills, and I got to pay rent. I got to stay on that straight and narrow. So once I graduated, I came to the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, and I got this great job here doing legal work for regulatory. And I was basically doing something I like and paying my bills, while Lachi was out doing something that my evil twin loved. She went out and flew to Hollywood and got to record with Lady Gaga's producers, which is really awesome, and doing what she loves. Yet I sit here and do what I like. So I stop and I think to myself, who really is the evil twin? You know, I think of the quote from FDR, the only thing to fear is fear itself, and the way I would interpret it is as the only thing we really have to see as evil is our own insecurities. Because I feel that is a fundamental truth. The only real evil in our life is our own fears and insecurities. So I look at my soul, my spark, my creativity, That's my true essence. And then my ego, which is my fear, my scarcity-based pride, that, my insecurities, that which I call myself, that is the evil turn. Because keeping yourself from doing what you love because of fear, that's the only thing we should really see as evil. So what I really want to do in life is have my soul mentor my ego to bring them both to level so that I can go out and see what isn't in the world and in my life and say, hey, why not?
He's a friend who pops up now and again. So blame me, blame him.
Welcome back to the land of the living, my friend.